My name is Sunil Singh. Again, I'm working in high-pay industry for the last 20 years. And I still remember, I started my career from here, Merrill Lynch Investment Managers, almost in 2000. So there was a guy called Paul Armitage, Ask EPM director, and then analytical director, and then, my friend Sunil is over here as well. So, but I've seen, how the product has developed. And here, we have seen a lot of technical sessions. So I don't want to bore you, going into the details of, each bit of pieces. So what I want to show you based on my experience. So presently, I'm heading my practice for UK and Europe. And I just want to tell you that, how the market is behaving, what the customer trend is, how the product vendors are doing, what are difficulties with Oracle. If Oracle will not come with the same pace, probably it's a difficult situation as well. So based on that, I have put in some agenda. And then, we can go through that. So first of all, my first topic is why enterprise are rushing towards the cloud? Because every now and then, everyone is saying, move to cloud, move to cloud. But still, I've seen so many customers in UK and Europe as well. They are saying, no, I cannot. There are a lot of regions, there are a lot of complexity they have built in. Is it possible to move to the cloud? Security, everything. So, first of all, you can see here, what are the top 5 drivers we need to understand? And then the benefits as well, okay? First of all, every now and then we have a new upgrade coming in. The customer, they have to invest a lot of money, to go into the upgrade. They want to make sure, they have, total cost of ownership is reduced as well, new features, new technology, everything is coming up, So they're also getting worried as well that, whether I'm fully compliant. If not, then there is a problem. Then the benefits, if you talk about the benefits, then the customer, of course, they want to take the advantage of the latest technology. So probably I can talk about multiple EPM, technology in the market, like Anaplan, Tagetic, OneStream, other technology as well. Most of the customer, from cost perspective, you can see here the benefits. It's data, if you move to cloud, then probably, you can see a lot of cost as well. So again, I'll talk about, what are the various cloud options. And then, of course, last bit, I'll touch upon, planning and PBCS as well. So here, Oracle, this is what, cloud adoption trends which we have seen based on my experience and based on interaction with multiple customer. PBCS is the first one to go for cloud. The reason being why? Because planning, IPM planning and PBCS sits on the same platform. It's easy, nothing rocket science. So the first product they have put in the cloud is PBCS, followed by EPBCS is nothing but enterprise planning, wherein you have a CapEx, workforce planning, other planning as well. Then suddenly, we heard that they are moving financial consolidation to the cloud as well. Even I was thinking that is it really possible? And then we could see FCCS, but of course FCCS is it really HFM? No, because it's S-based and they are like a relational database. But if you look back, while sometimes we used to come up with a solution architecture, can we have the same platform irrespective of any EPM technology? Our planning has S-base. Hello? Yeah. Right. So if you think from solution architect perspective, you always think of, do we really need to have different platform for the reporting perspective? I still remember for one of the banking sector while we were working, it was a massive setup for financial consolidation. Very, very complex implementation. At the end of the day, from reporting perspective, we wanted to bring the data into the S-base using S-base analytic link. Why? Because here the reporting is based out of S-base and other things as well. So you can see here the slowly, because of the market, even the Oracle is trying to pick up the same pattern. They are trying to bring the technology on the same platform. So if you talk about FCCS, if you talk about PBCS, EPBCS, PCMCS, all sitting on the S-base platform. Why? There's a reason being like in the future, you'll find seamless integration, seamless data migration, and everything will become seamless, but not now, in coming days as well. Now you can see here PCMCS. PCMCS is same as HPCM, nothing different. If you have a HPCM setup, then you extract XML, put it over there, your PCMCS is ready. Luckily, in on-prem world, in HPCM, you have 3 modules: a standard, detail, and management ledger. Luckily, in the cloud, it has management ledger. It's pretty simple because a standard, you have multiple stages. Each stage has like a specific dimension, 3 dimension maximum as a limit. And then altogether in SBS, you have 25, 26. And then again, reporting is ASO reporting cubes. It becomes quite clumsy as well from a reporting perspective. Management ledger, pretty simple. Simple dimension concept, water flow. You have all the rules defined, all the assignments ready to go. Then, like, we have also seen some, traction, EPRCS, they are talking about narrative reporting, from HFM, like, from auditor perspective and other things as well. So this is the pattern we have seen based on Oracle Cloud adoption. And mostly you will see that my comments, this is super hit because it's the planning. It's quite obvious. Okay? Any questions? Right. Now here you can see multiple vendors. If you talk about Tagetik, if you talk about OneStream, if you talk about Anaplan, they are coming with new innovative ideas. Okay. So here, even Oracle as well. Oracle is also following, like, they are doing market research as well. So previously, like, they have launched the product in the market. You go for PBCS, then EPBCS, new license, the new package. Then you come for ERCS account reconciliation, you have to pay a separate price. And then, but here, if you look at, I'll give you a simple example for OneStream. If you look at their website, they always talk about one platform, one application. Can Oracle do that? Oracle is trying to do that. It's not like they cannot do that. They can do that. And that's the reason, from Oracle perspective, they are trying to package. Just like, in the morning session, we have seen that a standard and enterprise. So it's nothing but trying to, club together all the products just to make it very simple. But again, the problem here is these are all the separate applications. It's not the same application. So what about the metadata?
That when they look to bring all this functionality together, the actual methodology in the cloud is actually the opposite, where they're trying to actually simplify things to sell like a vanilla version of the products, so it can be used in a similar way to reduce their costs, obviously.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing magical about the cloud. It's just running it on somebody else's computer. That's all the cloud actually is.
That's right. So I'll touch upon, like, what are the various options of cloud. So one way is like, your infrastructure, second is your platform as services as well, and third is your SaaS, which Oracle is offering right now. So we are talking about SaaS as of now, okay? So just to be very, very competitive in the market, Oracle has to do something, and which they have done it recently. Like, they have announced that they are trying to bundle, like, multiple products as standards and, enterprise as well. But what about the application? Still, we have a problem, like, if you talk about metadata perspective. In the morning, we have seen that, if you go to 11.2, EPMA will not be in picture. In cloud, there was no EPM at all, EPMA, right? So in that case, if you think, like, because mostly, like, we get engaged in, like, going through the technical part. If you take a step back and try to think through, what is the Oracle vision? How they are doing it? Is there any, like, competition in the market? What are the different products, like, vendors they are trying to do that? I'll give you a simple example. If you are experienced in HFM or planning or PVC or whatever, if I ask you that, okay, I have got certain set of dimensions which meets my business requirements. I want to extend my dimensions. So take an example for actual. I have a very detailed level, analysis for nominals. But budget, I want very summary level. How can you do that? It can be simple because the business keeps on asking these questions. In that case, what will you do? In HFM, you'll go for, like, limit of 4 to HFM, like, a number of custom dimension. Do you want to bring in new custom dimension? But still, we have the same problem. If you stick the custom dimension and then associate your account dimension, you cannot have like, for actuals, you'll go, all the details, and then for budget, you go different details altogether. It's a major problem, right? But other competitors, what they are saying, I'm going to extend your dimension. I will bring a corporate set of account dimension, and then based on your requirements, business requirements, I'm going to extend it. Can Oracle do that? Probably you can do that. Because again, I'll tell you, based on my experience, some of the limitations in Oracle, once you go create a metadata or outline, whatever in terms you can say, if I create one member, right, in planning or HFM, whatever, can this member, the base member, be a parent? No. It's a problem, right? But if it cannot be a parent, then in that case, what will you do? You have to go and stick like, something as a default parent over there. But these companies, they're smart enough. They are saying that you define your corporate accounts irrespective of parents and base, and then based on, a specific requirements for different scenario, you go and extend your dimension. So this is where the world is moving. They want very, very flexible solution, right? This is where I'm coming from. So now we have to understand from Oracle perspective, whether can they do that? Probably yes, but sooner or later, I don't know, okay? So even bundling as well, let me give you some example for bundling. Some, if you talk about Anaplan or Tagetic or whatever, if you take one stream, they are saying one application. Guys, you take the application, then you are done. What about other things? I need account reconciliation. I want, something like, as a dashboard as well. Other things. They are saying, so just take an example. If you live in this kind of world, there's a new iPhone like 11 Plus, something called like a 1 Plus. Again, there are a lot of competition. These like technology is being very, very competitive. They are coming with new features. They are saying that, guys, you take the core part and everything remaining is free. It's just say application, you download the application, hook up the application, and then you are ready to go, right? Now, Oracle is there, not there. What they are trying to do, they are trying to bundle all the application just to make sure that at least like, sitting on the same application. But if you ask me, is it the same application? No. The reason being FCCS, again, like preceded application, number of dimensions, EPBCS, the same thing. Then again, the reconciliation between the two, metadata reconciliation, it's like, it's not easy.
Can I ask a last question?
Yeah.
Sorry, because I know very little about OneStream.
Yeah.
But you're saying it's one application. Are you saying it's an application that you can adapt to be used as a consolidation tool?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the remaining part, just like pay as you go, even you don't need to pay, it's a free. Just like, in your iPhone or whatever, like you have other application you download and then hook up. That's it, okay? But does it really mean that, we should go for one stream? Probably not. Because we have a lot of experience, and sometimes like, few days back, I came across one of the customer, like I was meeting a CIO as well. He was saying, Sunil, I have multiple entities. Someone are using like, OneStream, Anaplan, Tagetic, and I've got a massive HFM setup as well. I'm completely confused. What to do? It's definitely confusing because from our perspective, there are a lot of like, phones in the market, we always get confused which one to buy, right? So it's definitely a confusion. So here, again, like, Oracle, they are trying to pick up the market. They are trying to do better things as well just to improve, the usability. So you can see here they've added close manager, dashboards, all the application on the cloud. They already have that. Apart from that, continuous innovation is going on, just to make sure that it's more competitive. One thing is still missing from Oracle perspective because DRM, I'm not sure whether anyone has any experience on DRM or EPMCS. I will not say exactly same, it's a different, the concept is different. Here you define all the hierarchy, there you define the application, and then you manage the hierarchy, and then you share all the dimension. Now the question here is, even though if you go, because in the morning session they are saying that now it will be a light DRM once you go for HFM or planning on the on-premise, which is good, which is the right way to go for, because finally it has to go and pick up like EPMCS over there. DRM is nothing but EPMCS, but with a different functionalities. Now the question here is, other products which are very, very competitive, is it possible that the entire metadata can be synchronized? If not, we'll have to write a batch or something of that sort. But other vendors, like they are smart enough. They are saying probably you don't need metadata management. You don't need DRM such a tool. I am worried about my EPM part. I don't care about other parts. Getting it? So somehow, I feel in the near future, because of understanding the entire things which other competitors are coming up with, and I'm sure Oracle will do that. But because of our experience with Oracle, whenever it comes to comparing the products, we know that these products are better with the functionality, with the new features as well. We always think that Oracle will pick up, so let's go for Oracle. I just want to be very honest as well. And even here, in the morning, I've seen let's focus on on-prem, because on-prem again, lot of competition, lot of digital automation is going on. On-prem is sitting everything customized. Okay. So if anyone has any question, you can. Even we have seen some trends as well. I've come across multiple customers. On-prem, they want to go for PBCS, which is fine. On-prem, they still want to, stick with planning system 11.1.2.4, right? So they always say that if it's a planning, let's go for lift and shift. Or if it's new transformation is going on, they want to start from scratch as well. It all depends on customer to customer. Sometimes I've also seen customers, they are not very comfortable with any technology. So you can see that they have taken a 25 user licenses, and they are playing around with the system just to understand how the functionality works before they go and take any decision. Third one is complete transformation. The companies are going for complete transformation. So if it's a complete transformation, they are trying to evaluate multiple products. Okay, and they always call us to give us expert opinion, guidance as well. So we always select all their parameters, business requirements, and then we always advise which products are the best for them. Okay. So these are the EPM cloud market trends which I have seen.
So Sunil, what about do you have any trends about the migration and upgrade to 11.2?
Yes.
Do you have anything? Sorry. Any comments on that?
I have come across 3-4 customers, in even France, Netherlands, and Spain as well, and they are sitting on 11.1.2.4.
Okay.
And they were asking us when 11.2 is going to get released. I said we have to wait till a month end, but still it's not out.
Sure.
Because they don't. Again, I will tell you what are the bottlenecks in migrating, and why they want to stick to still IPM planning or HFM. I'll come back to on that slide. But still, there are so many customers who have massive setup. Even Lijoy is sitting here, he must be laughing here. But yes, so many customers, they don't want to trust the cloud world. They still want to stick to HFM planning because of complexity, because of so many regions, security. So what are the common roadblocks which we have seen based on our experience? The employees who are already working in the Hyperion systems in a long time, they're very, very comfortable. And if you ask them, let's move to cloud. Everything is fine here. Why I should move to cloud? There's no problem. We have administrator, we have proper security. I don't need to worry. But as the CFO or CIO, they have to take a decision, right? But the employee, so the moment you talk about transformation, you'll find resistance with the employees working over there, So these are the one bottleneck. Second is in terms of ownership. You have massive infrastructure setup. You are the owner of the entire infrastructure setup. You have access to space as well, everything. But now if you go to the cloud world, it's a problem. Okay, you will not have access to space. Again, you are limited with ownership as well. Whether you want to lose it, it's entirely up to you. Third is, again, I have come across multiple customers. They are saying, can we do everything what we do here on the cloud? So for one of the customer, I was trying to do a due diligence. I have come across massive and complex like transformation in FDME and ODI as well. And they have written massive, ODI, to trigger some of the rules and some of the things in planning as well. And then they asked me, guys, you do the due diligence and try to recommend whether we can go for PBCS or whatever you're recommending, right? Not easy. It's not that easy. Because here, you can have your ODI knowledge model, you can trigger whatever you want to do. There, you will not have access to your S-base. Here, you have everything, right? So these are the things I'm talking about, a live example, in which I have come across. And then, if Oracle, from Oracle perspective, they'll say, no, let's move to cloud, move the cloud. Then they start evaluating multiple products. What are different products in the market? Can I go for OneStream? Can I go for Tagetic? Should I stay here? If I stay here, why I should go for SAS? I can probably go for I can buy infrastructure Azure or Amazon, and then I can straight away dump everything over there just to reduce the cost, right? Or there are multiple vendors in the market, right? And they provide performance services. They will say that you don't need to worry about upgrade and everything. We'll take care of it. Of course, we'll charge it. So that's the kind of platform as services, right? And third is your SaaS. Sometimes I've seen they always say that I don't want to go for Oracle cloud services because of some reason. Could be cheap or something. I don't know. But these are the things it'll come across. Again, from risk perspective, migration. If you want to take from everything from on-prem to cloud, are there any risks? Probably if it's a massive or complex setup, you will see definitely a risk because you will lose those kind of functionality. But you will have a new functionality altogether. It's just a matter of how do you want to take it up? Security, data breach, and other things as well. Okay? So whenever we talk about cloud option, we always think that, does it mean that it is PBCS or EPBCS or ADMCS? No, it's not. There are multiple cloud options, SaaS. So whenever we talk about Oracle world, mostly it's PBCS or EPBCS or FCCS or ADMCS or EPRCS. So those are called SaaS because software as a services. They provide you everything. Out of the box functionality, whatever you have done, the financial consolidation and planning, they have already built in all the metadata structures, all the rules they have embedded. So life is easy for you. You don't need to do everything from scratch. But again, they will provide you two environments. But today they are saying that because of enterprise, if you go and buy enterprise, you can always request for another environment, which is good. Okay? Yes. I've seen so many customers, recently, I think 1 month back, 2 or 3 of the customers in Zurich, they decided to go for procure Azure, and they wanted to migrate everything over there because in-house, they don't want to manage infrastructure as such. Okay, so this is a part of IS. If it's Oracle, then Oracle. Otherwise, you can have infrastructure from Amazon or but normally, if you go for Oracle platform, then it's quite cheaper in terms of licenses. And after that, if you go and procure some licenses as well, then it becomes cheaper because you can easily negotiate a license perspective. PaaS, platform as a services. Again, PaaS, Oracle has come up with a PaaS as well because of limitation with S-base, because we have seen other products, FCCS, PCMCS. They are all SaaS products. Oracle will provide you all the inbuilt functionality. But here, in PaaS, it's not that. If you talk about OAC or S-base, it's a part of PaaS solution, platform as services, solution. So I'll give you some example here. One of the customer I recently, I was trying to analyze their entire end-to-end information. And I've seen, some of the information for which they have used S-base cubes. Some of this information, they're still using interactive reporting, which is very, very old, not supported at all. Some are very, very old legacy reporting system. So I was thinking of, and they were thinking of moving to the cloud. So from solution perspective, I was thinking of probably, I think OSC would be a better choice. The reason being, it comes along with SBase, it comes along with like, BICS, Business Intelligence Cloud Services, which is nothing but IR, you move to OBI, and the cloud world, you come to BICS. And third is your DVCS, data visualization, all plug and play, ad hoc analysis, because the users love it. Okay, so we have recommended. Now, probably Oracle will clarify us that one of the part of SBase, they are saying that there will not be a part of OSC that will move out of OSC. But again, so these are the things like, which are there in the market, but we have to understand what do you want to do, what do you want to achieve, whether you want to go to cloud, stay in the on-prem. So if you go to SaaS world, of course, you will have pre-built functionality. Probably you'll have to, invest not much time, faster implementation, easier administration, better support to common data model. So these are the functionality like if you go for SaaS, but again with all the limitation as well, like Any questions so far? Because I did not want to take you to technical parts because, FCCS, we have seen a lot of details which look fantastic. Like even I had prepared in my next slide, I was thinking of cloud versus on-prem. So I was going through, the pros and cons and but luckily he has covered, which is good. So even I had prepared based on so I don't need to talk about that. Similarly, I have prepared for planning is similar. Planning, there's not much difference because the technology is same. Yeah, planning like FDME, you have to buy separate license, and PBCS, a data management, So normally, when we see this kind of situation, we always think of that, how to make life easy for the customer in case if they are on-prem, and what in case if they decide to go for SaaS world, like in PBCS or PCMC world. So we have a research, we keep on doing research and we come up with some innovation as well. So from our practice perspective, we have developed something called Race for EPM. Race for EPM Cloud. In that case, if you're on-prem, you go and run the script, it will collect all the artifacts, it will dump you over there, your PBCS is ready to go. You don't need to extract all the artifacts here and there, all the rule calculation. You don't need to do. Run the script, extract it, dump it over there. That's it, ready to go. So it's just like an implementation time that will make sure that you are ready to go on the cloud side. Sometimes, we have seen PBCS not fit for purpose. Sometimes, or EPBCS. Again, I have already given you example, multiple customers, massive setup, complex, calculations, even an ODI, they have written complex, and they don't want to go for PBCS. They want to stick to another planning side. Again, they don't want to lose their administrative control as well. But here, the good thing about, I have mentioned this one because I was not aware of now in enterprise world, probably you can create multiple cubes, which is good. So in that case, there is no problem at all. So now, we have so many options. Even we are confused, the customer is confused, everyone is confused. So what to do? What will you suggest to the customer? Is there any single answer? Probably not. But on the other hand, because of a lot of competition in the market, and it's the digital world altogether, if you don't go in that direction, probably after some time, even if you ask me, a lot of experience in HFM planning as well. But if I don't learn FCCS and PBCS, after some time, probably I'll be out of market, right? Same thing with mobile phone as well. If you carry Nokia as of now, probably they'll say, my God, you are living in that world. So the same thing, it's nothing different. So I will say that Oracle is definitely doing great job. They are seeing the market. They are coming up with a lot of new features as well. They are trying to bundle the products as well. And I'm sure there are some new functionalities which they are also trying to embed it. Okay, but finally, I will leave it to everyone to decide whether on-prem they want to stick to or they want to go for a cloud. Okay, So luckily, like, it's a peace of mind for everyone, like, working on-prem. It's 11.2. Now, all is the customer asking, when is coming? When is coming? We want to do it. But still, like, we have to wait for some time. Okay? So I don't want to spend a lot of time over here because we can keep on talking. I just wanted to give you my high-level opinion about that. And then I want to stop it because there are some interesting topics which is going to start. Any questions from anyone?
I would have thought that, as we've said this morning, the 11.124.9 version is basically the 11.2 version, right. But the 11.2 version's got some stuff stripped out. Yeah. In my experience, no one ever migrates onto a .0 version because there's always issues with them. So if you want a stable version to migrate onto, the 11.124.9 would be the sensible choice because probably the 11.2 release won't be stable for a good 6 to 12 months after it comes out, and anyone who goes onto it is going to be probably suffer a world of pain, judging on past experience of Hyperion releases. And that is one of the reasons most of the customers, they always look for, like, the previous one. So 11.124.900 you are talking about, is but at least 11.2 is giving you a peace of mind till, like, 10 years down the line. You can still stay on. Well, yeah, you can move on to that, but wait until it's stable. Yeah, I wouldn't move on to it when it comes out. Which customer is going to test it and find all the bugs and then suffer the pain? But still, like, so many customers, based on our experience, they are asking for, like, when 11.2 is coming in. I wouldn't advise them to go onto that version. We know. Yeah. But anyway, I just want to let you know that this is, like, I shared all the information based on my experience. It's not anyone's opinion. It's my experience, my opinion. And that's it from my side.
I just wanted to make 2 points. I think Simon's got a valid point regarding 11.2. But from what we hear, what Noel said earlier is 11.2 behind the scenes is 11.124 with a technology platform. So from a supportability point of view, so we're seeing customers right now wanting 11.2 more for the operating system and database support for 2016, SQL and Windows 2016 and Chrome and so forth. That's where all the focus is going. I'm not saying it's not going to be, I'm not saying it's going to be stable because obviously I don't know, but that's where the focus has been. And I think Oracle want to get it right. So there's no features and functionality. They'll only come in PSUs later on. That's right. But at the same time, there are going to be some guinea pig customers out there. Right. The second point I wanted to make was around the on-prem versus FCCS, for example. The kind of elephant in the room is you've paid for HFM license. You're not going to get that back. So effectively, if you continue with HFM on-prem, you're only paying your maintenance. You're not paying for the software again. Whereas if you go FCCS, you're then paying for a second product. They're not going to refund you. And still, to be honest, everyone loves it, HFM. It has built on solid perform. It's very, very stable. It's matured enough. And you'll be surprised to know a couple of days back, I come across one of the customer who has joined like other organization. He was saying that I want to implement HFM. I don't worry about like in a PBCS because I know the technology very well. I'm more comfortable, so. Yeah. But of course, like if you already have a setup and if you want to move, then. But I'm sure, like if you have HFM, if you want to go for FCCS or any other technology, Oracle will have some offerings as well. It's not like a straight away lose all your license, money, but they will compensate you for that. Yeah, no, I mean you can do special deals with Oracle, of course. I've seen discounts up to 90% as well, so it's pretty serious. That's right. Yeah, but I think what we're seeing particularly is around hybrid. So if a customer doesn't have a planning solution, rather than go planning, they'll go PBCS and then use FDMEE to integrate with the cloud as well. And it's a slow migration rather than going all cloud at once. That's right. That's true.
So a lot of clients also actually looking to waiting for 11.2 because it gives them some different perspective, different view, and actually don't want to feel like stuck on the existing version that they have. So give them like until 2030, so to have some time. Also, clients are I'm hearing people saying just download it and just play with it and like in some sandpit and see how it goes. And
yeah, me, Hisham, like and the team, we keep on sharing all our ideas as well. So of course, like we can tell you there are a number of customers who are still looking for like 11.2. when it's coming up. We know the hiccups as well because based on our experience, if you go for latest one, you'll be the first one to test it. So.
Yeah, exactly. How it goes. I mean, there is no harm testing it, like downloading it and testing it, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't recommend going on prod on 31st of October.
Brexit
However,
day.
But yeah.
I was going to say it's Brexit day.
Yeah.
Why is 31st?
But yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the main change on 11.2 is the middleware. That's what this is how I see it. It's mainly the middleware part. AceBase, like the guys said this morning, is pretty much the same. It's sitting on the same version of 11.24. So we kind of, now that we are in the same kind of level of version. However, it's still a bit tricky to go directly to 11.2 and call in the support right away. So, here you go.
No, I'm done from my side in case anyone has any questions.
Okay. Thank you so much.